Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the group exhibit Hydrogen Fuel Cells and Batteries here on the Hannover Fairground in 2018. I invite you all to sit down here, order a drink and enjoy the next interview. My name is Falco Haag and I will lead you the next 20 minutes through our following talk. And our interview partner will be Mr. Zeyad Abul-Ella from HPS Home Power Solutions GmbH. And he will now speak with us about the new power system with seasonal energy storage. Mr. Abul-Ella is founder and managing director since its founding in 2014. And in addition, he is lecturer in renewable energy at the Technical University in Berlin. Please welcome with me Mr. Abul-Ella. And to the audience, if you have specific questions during our interview, feel free to raise your hand and join the discussion. Okay, at first, I found a very powerful wording and a clear vision in your company statement. Where comes this passion for energy and passion for the environment from?
Oh, okay. In our company, we believe that energy is actually a basement, a strong value for a healthy environment, for a healthy living for the people. And with our doing what we do with our solutions, we hope to be able to support this kind of really carbon-free energy supply to the people. And this motivates us a lot. And us includes actually the complete team of HPS.
Okay, nice. And your new product, PKEA, can you describe what does it consist of?
So PKEA is actually the first energy storage system which enables one-family houses to be completely independent in the energy supply over the whole year, 365 days a year, carbon-free. And it includes all of the components that are necessary to deliver the energy to the end customer. This includes not only a fuel cell, electrolyzer, but also the batteries, the solar inverters. For modern houses already the ventilation system inside the house, the hot water storage. So all of this in one compact device delivering the complete independency is the PKEA system.
Okay, that sounds really a lot. Does it mean my cellar will be full of applications then with your system?
Actually not, because what we have done is when we structured our solution, we always had the customer in mind. And the customer is not looking for a specific technical solution. He's looking for something to answer his wish regarding independent and green energy. So all the parts that are needed are just a vehicle to reach this value. So we took all these parts, included it in one device, and so the basement is very clear and has only one component, one company who gives a guarantee to the customer, very simple, and he has the first system that gains this value for him, the complete independency in energy supply.
Oh wow, okay. And in the view of Germany, where we have warm summers but cold and cloudy winters, please can you describe how the components work together during the summer and in the winter? So how is this energy demand brought together?
Okay. Yes, so what we have done is we included in our solution a short-term storage. Maybe many of us know this in forms of batteries, but additionally a seasonal storage via the hydrogen path, including the electrolyzer, the fuel cell and the storage tank. So mainly in the summer time when we have excess energy from the sun, we not only store it in batteries, then also run the electrolyzer, producing hydrogen, and with that filling our seasonal storage. In the winter month, when the output of the sun over the PV is not enough anymore, we run the fuel cell and then we turn the chemical stored energy in forms of hydrogen again into power and heat. And both forms are used in the house to supply it with energy.
Okay, so I understood that in the summer the hydrogen is produced and in the winter then more hydrogen is used to produce heat and power.
Exactly, exactly.
you emphasize the benefits of your products. What do you compare your products with? Is it an oil heating or a micro CHP?
Okay, so it is a micro CHP because we use electricity and heat, but our main energy form is electricity. So I would compare it more likely to today existing PV battery systems, which all address the markets via the value of independency and clean energy. What we have now developed a storage system which brings this to the maximum possible. So compared to batteries, we have a system 100% electrical independency, and while delivering this value, we also reduce the heating demand of the house.
Great. And we are talking about houses all the time. So my next question would be, who benefits most at the moment? Is it the house owner, the tenant, or already companies?
So, yeah, that's a good question. In the first step, of course, the house owner benefits because he is now able to buy a solution, to get a solution for his energy demand, which is completely independent and carbon-free. And additionally, it produces a very healthy environment in his house because we also can control the humidity and the air inside the house. Additionally, to the end customer, of course, we are working together with many companies. And this is as part of the value chains, all the companies in the hydrogen fields which we work together to bring the solution to the customer. But also adding up, we are talking together with power utilities, and our system with a really huge storage capacity can bring a new kind of storage connected inside a grid to a power utility and enable new business models.
Okay, and did you already test the system in households, and how many households were included? And I would be interested in some to see some data or to get some data like performance of the single parts. Yeah, what are your first experience of the pilot installation, so to say?
Okay, so I would tell now about our first experience. Of course, I not have the data with me here, but let's say it that way. The first systems are running in completely physical environments in our company for over 2 years now. Additionally to this time, we have implemented houses in different parts of Germany, and in summing up to 4 houses in different parts, like in northern, southern parts of Germany, under different conditions and connected to different heating devices in existing buildings as well as in new buildings to test our solution in a really complex environment. And these tests run very successfully now, and I'm really proud of the team that we are able to build up all the necessary competences to implement the systems, to service the systems, to get them through the seasonal storage. Everything is really working fine, and we, for the first time in Germany, have now 4 houses which are completely independently supported by only the energy from the sun, carbon-free, and that makes really the whole company very proud.
Okay, nice pilot plots. In whole Germany, you said, your system allows the seasonal storage, or one basic idea is the seasonal storage. Do you see a difference between, for example, North and South Germany? How long has a season to be, the sunny season to be, in your eyes?
Okay. We are in a region where a seasonal storage is necessary to really achieve a complete energy supply, and this is relevant for many parts of the world. To give you an example how the interaction between the short-term storage and the seasonal storage is, as further as we go into the sun belt, and then if we reach the sun belt where really there's nearly every day a lot of sun, you will not need energy storage. You will only need a day-to-day basis storage, in that terms batteries. If you now go into the other extreme and theoretically move the system up to the North Pole, you will only have a seasonal storage because the sun is never going down in the summer and never going up in the winter, so you will not need a short-term energy storage, then only a seasonal one. But in between this, and this is where most of the people actually, in our case, are living, as in markets we see in the US, in Europe, in Asia, we have a seasonal component, and there we can add an answer to this request, to the solution, delivering it.
Okay, so the bigger the difference between summer and winter, the better your system work.
Yes, but it works also. The difference has not to be maximized, but it has to be existing, and then it's a very good solution.
Okay, can you say something about the overall efficiency of the system?
As I maybe mentioned before already, we do not only use the electricity out of the system, then also the heat. And we use the heat in forms of air and water. So especially in modern houses where you have ventilation system included, we're able to use the heat in every form. And that makes the overall efficiency of the system very high. So we really do reach 90% of overall efficiency. And the reason for this high number is that normally loss is existing in forms of hot air, but in our houses we are able to use this energy form to heat the house, and therefore it's cost relevant. We reduce heating costs and we reach the overall efficiency of 90%.
Oh, that sounds really great. By the way, are there any questions from the audience?
Ich glaube, da drüben.
Yes. I come down.
Hello, thank you very much. Just a quick question. Could you mention some numbers about typical house? Let's say 100 square meters. How big solar PV would be? How big a fuel cell, etc., etc., and also the seasonal storage. How many cubic meters and in which form are you storing the hydrogen? Thank you.
Yes, for sure. So let's say in our average design, and we are able to react to different situations. We would say a four-person household in Germany has roughly about 4,000 kilowatt hours of electrical demand. We would need a photovoltaic system roughly between 8 and 12 kilowatt peak. So politically wise, the 9.8 is a very good number to supply the house. We store in a seasonal storage for such a scenario about 1,000 kilowatt hours and more of energy stored in the hydrogen. And that's what really differentiates us from batteries. If we talk about batteries, we're between 5 to 10 kilowatt hours. We store over 1,000 kilowatt hours of energy. And for that, to give you a feeling for the house, the system needs about 1.1 to 1.5 square meters in the technical area of the house, in the basement or technical area. And for the seasonal storage, somewhere on the ground of the house, we need about 3 square meters. 3 square meters. Most of the times they're next to the house or at the carport. So 3 square meters for the seasonal storage, 1 to 1.5 square meters in the basement or in the technical room. And that's enough to fully supply the energy demand of a 4-person household in Germany.
Thank you. I still have some questions left.
Sure.
People still compare technologies only by its cost. On which points do you work on right now to offer a cost-efficient energy supply, and how far did you get already?
Okay, so of course, if we want to have an impact on the environment and also on the let's say energy, the way that we produce energy and bring it to the people, the costs are very critical. We need to lower the cost to reach more people. So on the one hand, we have the R&D side where we're working on. So by integrating all the components into one solutions, there are many components you do not need anymore in the single components, as cooling, as an interface to the people. And we are therefore strongly reducing costs via our R&D with design to manufacturing and design to cost approaches. Additionally, we're qualifying our system for governmental subsidies. That the programs are already existing, and we are right now today qualifying for them. And these offer subsidies in a range of about 12 to 14,000 euros for a private household. On top, also from the governmental side, it's possible to return the VAT, the VAT of the product to the customer. This is an additional way to reduce the cost at the end consumer. And today the system is at 54,000 euros, but this amount of money includes a lot of components that are obligatory in modern houses and that are included in our solution. And therefore the offset is far beyond, also far less than half of the number I just said that the customer will have to pay. And on top of that, the subsidies come on top, and then the VAT is returned, and then I think we can already today offer a very attractive solution to the customer.
Great. What have been the biggest challenges that you had to overcome to solve in the last years?
Wow, to answer this question, I think this will maybe exceed the time that I have now, because of course we have built up a company from zero. I feel very lucky that I had the chance to do that, but it included to, at parallel, at the right timing, have the technology ready to build up the R&D. At the same time, build up the sales channels that we had to achieve, to close all the partnerships, to open the marketing. To be able to be here today with you is also for us a great gift. So to bring maybe all the different areas of a company together at the right timing with the right people was a big challenge. That we were able to collect a team as strong as it is today. We have over 150 years of cumulated hydrogen experience in the team. Was not easy, and all of these things worked really well, and therefore I'm really happy and proud of what the team did achieve in the last 3-4 years.
Wow, that sounds like thousands of tasks every day. Your distribution just started this March with a waiting list. What does the demand look like, and feedback? How is the feedback? Are you satisfied?
We are really more than satisfied, because we, until today, we were opening the markets and we didn't really put much effort into reaching the end consumer. But nevertheless, we have already over 1,000 inquiries that reached us, because the people were really strongly looking for a solution in the market, and we were then lucky to be able to deliver this to the market, and the response is really enormous, and this motivates us a lot and motivates the team a lot, that there's such a strong pull from the market for such a solution.
Congratulations! Yeah,
Thank
it's
you.
really nice to hear, because again, it's the first thing of this complete solving the energy demand of a household and at all electricity and heat demand. And now, for end, if there is no question in the audience, we could maybe finish with a vision. What's your vision, your personal one, for your company and for the energy supply of private homes?
Yeah, thank you. So our vision is we start today, and we have developed a product which at the first time, I stressed this more than once, enable households to be really 100% carbon free and self-sufficient in their energy consumption on the electrical side. Our vision is that 100% electricity, as well as in the next generation 100% of the heat, as well as filling up your electrical car with the energy from your roof, will be solved by one solution. So all forms of energy, the integrated energy solution, electricity, heat and mobility from one system, carbon free for less than 100 euros per month, is actually the vision what we want to reach and what we are working on today already very strongly. And for the whole company, we would be very thankful and very proud if we could add one piece to the energy shift that we have in our society today by delivering a new kind of energy storage which in the network combined enables the renewable energies to really do the base supply for the people.
Okay, I'm completely with you at this time. Thank you very much for being here and giving us this nice interview. Thanking everyone in the audience for joining us. Thank you, Mr. Abul-Ella.
Thank you. Thank you as well for organizing and the possibility to speak to you. That was wonderful. Thank you. Dankeschön.